Hey, it's the Chief bonding with board games, and we are live doing a little Chiefs vlog, a Chiefs video blog or vlog. All right, let's bring this in a little bit, but we don't want to cover Boba Fett looking like a little bit like a predator. And season 2, Mando, the Mandalorian, is off and running. I really liked the opening of season 2. The idea that you get to see the Tusken Raiders, the Sand People, in more detail. Everybody's learned to love an Ugnaught, okay, and Baby Yoda. And the big takeaway there was the town folk working with the Tusken Raiders. Loved it. Loved it. So, boom, Mando. And of course, you feel like you got a little twist. Well, hold on. I was going to say something. Never mind. You may not have seen it. I don't want to ruin anything on season 2. There's like a twist and a twist. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. All right. So we've covered the mandolin, the Mandalorian. The original Grognard is in. Give me a thumbs up before I said the mandolin. Way to go. Original. Let's show that on the screen. Oh, wow. That came in real subdued. I did like a subdued little thing, and I don't know if I like it, but we'll see. I don't know. I can always change it and make that a little bold. All right, we've got a toy here. Anybody that knows World War II and the Air War knows that's a B-17. I picked it up. I thought it would look good on my player board as I'm doing these session playthroughs. By the way, mission 10 is in the books, and someone does get hurt on the plane. Tune in. I've still got to edit that. More on that in a second. You will see this featured in the game as I film, and then you'll see it kind of slide off to the side. It actually got in the way a little bit, but still ultra cool, and I'm still a big fan. It's my favorite plane, even over the fighters. It's the idea of 9 or 10 guys on a plane going into harm's way and just working together to get the job done. It's amazing to me what those guys did. B-17, my session playthroughs, mission 10 is in the books. I think it's been a month since I've gotten in and played. And I'm going to use a new system there. Some of the missions were running an hour worth of film time, and I think that just being put out as one show was actually hurting some of the views. So I'm going to break them into at least 25-minute segments or 2 20-minute segments, I think, in this case. I'll have to look. I haven't seen the time yet. So I'm going to cut those down just to kind of speed it up a little bit. Yeah, no spoilers. That was close. No spoilers, Ian. That was near close what I almost did there. I caught it. Look at this. We got Sweden in the house. What is this? Von Holdinghausen? Von, thank you. It's nice to have Sweden in the house. Let's see. On the COVID front, I had to go get tested. A buddy of mine, my co-host on the Whiskey Show, is positive. He actually thought maybe I gave it to him. I'm like, I don't think so. But I went and got tested because we did film a show, and he got sick a couple days later. And I think he got it from his work environment, which was in an office. But not me. By the way, I'm a little washed out, and I haven't been able to fix it. This camera's been getting funky on me, so I'm going to have to go in and mess with it. But let me know how that looks. I am COVID negative. I did 2 tests on it, and they came back. Actually, one came back right away, and the other one was like 4 days later. COVID free. I will share with you that I am currently sipping on a Scotch Malt Whiskey Society bottling, the USA bottling, and it's got a perfect name. First of all, it's peated, and they use sherry butts. So they called this one, I Like Big Butts, and I cannot lie. Okay, it's just I like big butts. It doesn't have the I don't lie stuff. But it's high proof. It's peated. I like my whiskey smoky, although I like it all. And the whiskey went along with me for mission 10. That is Mission 10. What do I got here? Well, I'm talking about the toys. If you tune into Mission 10, you'll see a buddy of mine painted up a bunch of scaled 109s, 110s, FW 190s, all at the 1/200th. I think this B-17 is 1/148th, if I remember right. Close enough. It actually matches the battle board and B-17 Queen of the Skies almost exactly. And so that was cool. I had all my little toys in, making runs on the bomber, which is appropriately named Hamtaggery after the Hamtag episodes. Let's see who's in here. We got the original Grognard. We got Ian McGregor. We got Anthony Salvaggio. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Glad you are well. Thank you, sir. Hopefully everybody else is as well. Doing the cop job business. I'm kind of around people all the time, and we don't take days off or work from home, which is one thing I like about the cop job. Well, we take days off, but we don't get to do them for like COVID. Let's see. Douglas is in. Very nice comments. Douglas, you lots of detail. He once said, "Hey, sorry if they're too long." I said, no, you're not taking up. It's YouTube. You can leave a comment as long as you want. Have at it. Says his uncle was a navigator on a B-24 in Italy during World War II. Wow. 15th Air Force, memory serves. Not saying they all were, but I know 15th was out of Italy and in that area. And Vaughn's back in saying, I've got stuck. Oh, you've got stuck in a cognac swamp lately. You know, I've got an Armagnac and a cognac back here from SMWS as well. And you can still get Armagnacs, which is also a brandy, for very good prices. Flavor obviously is a little bit different from the cognac. I think a little spicier, but I'm no expert on brandies at all. But I'm digging them big time. So if SMWS is all cast strength and single barrel, I don't have enough money to keep up with what they put out. My eyes are always bigger than my wallet, but every now and then I will splurge and get one or two. So that's Whiskey Talk. If you like whiskey or whiskey talk or bourbon at all, you can see in the background, check out the other show I got, which is a way bigger hit than my current show on board games, but that's cool. It's called Scotch Test Dummies. We have a good time there, and I like whiskey and cardboard is what I always say. Let's see. What do we got? We got glad to hear you are well. With your scotch, the germs wouldn't stand a chance. They wouldn't dare. They wouldn't dare, Douglas. And Vaughn says, yeah, Armagnac is nice too. What is terrible is I do all these blind samples. Fans will send samples in, and I just try and blind and try to peg what they are. And I got an Armagnac. I didn't even know how to pronounce it. I was familiar with cognac as brandy, but I'd never had any Armagnac. And oh my God, did I do an American English pronunciation of like Armagnac. Woo, they were making fun of me on a Scotch show, but that's why we call ourselves Scotch Test Dummies. All right, coming back. Let's see, what do I got in here? Oh, it'll be posting later today. Let me move this out of the way so I don't actually accidentally break it. It's actually die cast. It's very nice, but it's got little plastic 50s pushing out everywhere, and I'll break it. Let me take this back off. And I may change. We'll see. That's a little subdued. I kind of like the big block on there. Where was I? Oh, Dr. Larry Pinsky. So an early designer with Avalon Hill. And reading Tom Shaw's book, going through the interview that I set up, kind of almost documentary style, whatever, that I did for Tom Shaw because he couldn't come on live. He's 90 and his hearing's no good. I ended up reaching out and getting hold of Larry Pinsky, Dr. Larry Pinsky. He's a renowned physicist and has worked with NASA and a lot of other cool stuff. He and I did a video. He did not want to do it live, but we used my live StreamYard system that I'm on now. Boy, am I washed out. And we couldn't get his camera to work. and he only wanted to do 15 minutes. I actually got about 35 minutes, I believe. But we had good audio, and I'm like, let's just roll with it. I don't want to lose this. So I think later today, did I schedule it or is it out? No, I think later today it'll be coming out. So I'll go probably put that up when this show is over. And it's a little bit odd because all you're seeing is me talking, but you can hear him and you can hear his response. So it's a cross between, it's like radio, but you can see me. Let's see. What is this? What do we got here? I think his plane had, Goofy is the insignia. Well, that's cool. Wonder what he called it. Maybe Goofy's Nightmare. I don't know. I'm just thinking. Ever played Triumph of Chaos? I have not, Vaughn. There has almost never been any talk about it. I think it's a wonderful game in many ways, but no one mentions it. Triumph of Chaos. Who puts it out? What company? Let's see. Von Havana, V2, TOC, Transcript V, I don't know. Douglas Pearson, I hope that your uncle survived. Me too. Sounds, well, I'm assuming, I guess, but bad assumption after playing B-17. I did get Target for today. Bongo Gorilla, a fan of the show and does some great AARs for me on the on Patreon, and he puts them out on YouTube as well underneath the mission. Sent me as a gift Target for today. It looks great. I'm going to have to dive into it later. Tons of charts, not a color rule book, and not the biggest thing. And he knew this. Instead of a map showing your plane headed out into Germany or the Netherlands or France or wherever you're going, it's just a line that you move up showing you're out, how many zones you got to come back. Man, give me the map. Give me the map. There's nothing worse than you're 5-6 zones in and you lose an engine and you're thinking, oh my God, look how far I got to go. It just gave you the immensity of the distance. I'm sure on BGG, someone's probably printed a map that you can use anyway, or I'm sure I could use my map for the regular B-17. I just thought that was an oversight. I mean, I know it's another color copy, but oh my God, the map in B-17 places you in time over enemy territory, and you're just trying to claw back. So enough said on that. That's Target for today. I haven't played it yet. I hear Target for tonight. The quality was bumped up a little bit, and a lot of people are saying they like that better with the Lancaster. You can play B-29. I don't know. I haven't even seen it. Just seen pictures of it here or there. Let's see. Viper Dave is in. Says, hey, all. Hey, Viper. David, Chief, do you enjoy the game Tide of Iron? I do. I've had it on several ham tag lists in the past. You know, that was when I first got back into gaming. What brought me back in were these Euro games. My wife and I started playing them, especially Ticket to Ride was our first game. And I went to BGG Con, and that was the first time I saw Conflict of Heroes being played. And I thought, holy moly, is that a gorgeous war game? Then I saw Tide of Iron. I got both. What else? I picked up Tide of Iron. Memoir 44 is probably the other one I'm thinking of. They're all so different. And I think Tide of Iron a little bit with the toy factor. I don't remember why exactly, but Conflict of Heroes spoke to me a little bit better. I like the quality of the boards, and I don't mind. I kind of like, I don't know, the toys. We'll see. I still like Tide of Iron. I've got all of their stuff, all of it. I just never played it as often. I kind of landed on Conflict of Heroes. Memoir, I love the whole Borg system. So it was just nice for me. I was back in gaming in a big way. Douglas, Bombers in Italy reminds me of Catch-22 movie. Yeah. Let's see. James Brazil. Hi, Brazil. Sorry, I said that weird. Hi, Chief. Late to the party. Not that late. I'll probably run here about 30 minutes. And what have we been doing? Oh, okay, about halfway, 15 minutes in. Wow, time's flying. Are there any good B-52 games? Oh my. I don't think so. I played the one that's kind of a joke called Nuclear War or something like that. That's um it was a little what do they call them? The little baggy games. And now I can't even remember. Victory Point Games put it out. Um, the B-29 that Steve Dixon did based on the B-17. I never got into that. I just had talked to somebody that played it and said, well, there's a lot of random events. They have mechanical problems. That's what put them down. And I was like, ugh, I don't want to go down to a mechanical event. And a lot of fuel stuff, I guess. I was like, nah, maybe not for me. So, but I haven't seen anything on a B-52. Sure would be kind of, I don't know, jets. I know they got the 20 millimeter cannon in the back. Let's see, David Pearson. Let me highlight the comment here. David, he did survive. Excellent. He has since passed. After the war, he worked for Hercules Corp as recall. They made explosives. Wow. Okay. And then let's see. Yep. Okay. David says, glad he made it home. Glad he made it home. So let's see. A recap is loving Mando. No spoilers. Loving the Mandalorian. My family's going to watch them as they dole them out week by week. I'm drinking. I like big butts. A little peated whiskey from SMWS. Larry Pinsky show's coming out later today. And I think that's it. I did get Apocalypse Road in, and I got a unboxing filmed and released right away. I want to get that on the table, but I know what I was going to talk about because I'm looking at it right now. Ron Nicholson, who's actually my navigator, is my co-pilot in the B-17 sessions with Ham Taggery, and he does all kinds of. He's like I don't know his job title, but he's like an editor, a book editor. And I wanted to grab the Follow Me missions, go in. He's replayed them. He's found some things that didn't make sense to him. He's cleaned up language. We're going back and forth right now, trying to make sure that we can future-proof mission 1. And, it reminds me, Butterfield and Eric Lee Smith said they would never go back and do any more new stuff for Ambush. They said it was just too hard. And Ron has been a fabulous playtester. For a while there, he kept apologizing because he said, hey, I did this, and I thought it was wrong. So then I backed up, and then I redid it this way. And then please go look at it. And I'd go look at it and say, well, it's not clear. I see where the problem is. And then I would tweak it. And he's tracking all that. He has been phenomenal. Because what I'm going to do is eventually put those back up on eBay. I had a lot of people saying they wanted to get them again, but I just couldn't do the printing and all the physical stuff to it. I just didn't have time. And so originally, Ron was just going to help me convert everything into PDF file that could be purchased, and then the individual could print it either real cheaply. We're going to come up with a black and white version that can be done no color, or come one that can be blinged a little bit more, color layout, stuff like that. But he's been so awesome also helping me playtest. I had a playtester originally, but Ron has found stuff that I missed. And I had a typo on a pretty key paragraph. And that is what kills Ambush. If anybody played Silver Star, their last one in the European theater, it had a lot of typos, some paragraphs that would lead you down a road and then die. That'll kill Ambush. And when he caught that typo, he actually had a problem. And I went and looked, and I couldn't figure it out for a while because I've been replaying it as well. And then I figured it out and was like, oh my God, I must have entered it wrong at some point in time. Wow, a sadder note. Daniel here is my granny's brother died in a B-17 in Port Moresby. Oh, wow. So, on the Jersey, what is that? Skeeter? Maybe I'm misreading that. My eyes are bad. So, Let's see. Douglas, my uncle made some of my all-time favorite breakfast. Really? He always treated me great. I can remember he and my dad, my cousin David, and I used to go bowling at least once a month. Well, that's a great memory, Douglas. So follow me. Mission one, Viva la Resistance, is on the table. I can tell you that mission deals with your squad of 8 in ambush has to sneak in, try to link up with the resistance, and bring back, voila, a B-17 navigator and get them back into friendly lines. And then, whoop, all heck breaks loose. All heck breaks loose. So, but Ron is really future-proofing the missions, and they needed it. He's got a great critical eye, and he's very meticulous. So, like I said, he's already caught some stuff, but those take a lot of time. I actually was going to get in there today and do some more work on it. And then I thought, you know what? Let me film B-17. Let me edit Dr. Pinsky's, he said to call him Larry, segment. And then I decided let's do a vlog and wear my cool Mando shirt. Sorry, that's Boba Fett done up as Predator. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Ian says, thanks for the update on Follow Me. Do you have a time scale to publish in mind? As soon as that one's ready, I don't know, because we're still working on condition 1. There's 2 conditions. And Ron was even wondering, hey, should we add in a 3rd condition to smooth X out, to smooth this out? I think we're going to stick with 2 conditions. I actually realized even when I did mission 2 and mission 3, and I was halfway through mission 4 when my son was born, and then I just stopped because it was taking so much time, that mission 1 was actually a little ambitious. I kind of bit off a lot, trying to time things. And the hardest thing with mission 1 is it's real easy to go left when I thought you would go right, per se, and all of a sudden the mission comes off of its timeline and then it gets schizophrenic. Ron ran into a schizophrenic playthrough and was like, oh, what is going on? I'm like, I don't know. Let me go figure it out. And so we're tweaking it a little bit. Hopefully the other ones go better. I didn't think Ron would find so many schizophrenic moments, but I'm glad he did. And once it's ready, it'll go out. I won't give any timeline because I'm at work. Work's been busy. We've had all kinds of craziness at work. So let's see what else is here. Daniel says, nope, that was the name of the bomber. Oh, you read it right. Oh, okay. Jersey Skeeter. Oh, cool. Well, I'm sad it went down. So, but Jersey Skeeter. Let's see. So after we get Follow Me Mission 1 done, and then again, there'll be, the file doesn't cost anything to have 2 versions of it, one in a black and white version. We were coming up with some ways to tweak that. And then one with color. There's not a lot of color. The cartridges that slide in, the movement of the Germans is in red. And that's the only thing that's in color on that. But it makes it clear that it's a German movement. We came up with the italics or the blocks to go around it and below, and then tried to make it a slightly different shade of gray. And I think we're going to leave that. And that way, if you don't want to do it in color, you don't have to. But then we'll have a color version as well. And then, of course, the rules, or not the rules, but the summary of the mission and the paragraphs, you can have the nice color on it, or you'll be able to print it in more of a grayscale. That was something we decided we would do, just since it costs us nothing. And Ron is so good at doing that. I need a lot of, he's got software tools that I wouldn't even know how to work. He's having to dumb it down when he even talks to me when we're editing and fixing things. So let's see, David Warren, how are you doing? Whoops, I think I just, nope, I got that right. He said, hey, Chief, twice. I see you, brother. I see you. Let's see. Funny story about my Uncle Dave. His aunt used to complain that my uncle was ignoring her. Turned out he needed hearing aids. Or did he? No, I'm probably going to need them as well. So you get around some gunfire and all of a sudden you can't hear right. Let's see, what are we at? 25 minutes. I'll go for another 5. We got 19 eyeballs in. If anybody's got any questions, I've covered everything I need to. Still loving B-17. Eventually, I want to get these follow me missions done. At least the 3 that I've already got done. Have Ron give the treatment to all of them, get them up on eBay, let people go in and get them. And then I'm going to do one of 2 things. I'll get mission 4 and follow me done. That'll take a lot of time and a lot of work. Or I may start doing ambush playthroughs with Patreon followers. I've had a few Patreon followers saying, hey, if you added a higher tier or another tier, I told them it would be a higher tier, because you can have 8 different folks that would basically then get their name into the ambush game, and I would run through sessions of all the missions. And that's fun. I love ambush. I will admit, even playing my own follow me missions, it can get a little old because you're having to play it again and again, and then you find a problem, and then you reset it and you play it again. We'll see what I do. So, and then finishing mission 4 will be interesting. And then, of course, I want to get into my bushwhacked stuff, which is a whole new thing. I told Ron we got to get everything ironed out with these follow me missions. Bushwhacked will be ambush done cowboy style. Cowboys. So take ambush into the wild, wild west is what I would like to do. Let's see. First of all, Jordan, you're always going to get highlighted when you have such a great comment. Hi, Chief. Love your reviews. Thanks for doing them. You bet. I will be honest with you. I'm not seeking as many games for review right now, simply because there was a point with the job and with the stuff I'm filming, I couldn't keep up, and I was falling behind on the reviews. Now, I'm not turning off the companies or telling them don't send me anything anymore, but sometimes my requests will go up or down, and I'm kind of cooling them out a little bit. I think I'll still be able to get a couple reviews in, which means also a couple unboxings a month. I just got Apocalypse Road, and I've still got Red Alert from PSC, the big space fleet battle deal with the Borg system. And I need to get those 2 reviews done. So, but yeah, I'm not probably going to seek as many. We'll see. I always got big eyes though. Nano Rider, hi. Ian, what's next for you and Judd? We were just talking about that. Great topic. After doing all these group series, and it seemed like a couple people got tired of, publishers. And then before that, what were you doing? Designers or whatever. I think it was designers, wasn't it? We are going to do something real simple and fun. Favorite box covers, meaning the artwork on the cover. So not the board, not the stuff inside, just what's on the cover. So we're going to do that. And then I think we'll follow that up with ones we hate. People seem to watch the hate ones more, but I figure positive and bad. It's all subjective. Who really cares? But it's just fun to be able to, we'll probably do the hate. I don't know. We may not do the hate. I always feel bad. It's so subjective. I mean, everybody likes art different, but that's what we'll be doing. Our next ham tag next Saturday will be our top 5 box covers. I did not single it out to just war games either, although that'll probably take the lion's share, if not all of them. Thanks, Jordan. He loves the content. You should get some game testers. Yeah. You know what? I had one when I originally released them in 2012. A guy was sending me a lot of feedback and what he liked, what he didn't. And I thought, hey, I really like your comments. And he was real honest and told me stuff that either he didn't like, or if he thought it was phrased weird or it was confusing. So I back then I sent him each mission as it was done, and he would play test it for a month and try to break it and come up with stuff. And then I did it again and again and again. But I can tell you, as the person designing the mission, you seem to get blind spots and you just don't see the problems sometimes. Yeah, I could probably use a team of 20 to play test it, but that's too much. Ron is phenomenal. Ron is just going right at it. For a while there, he'd go, "Hey, I want to apologize." I go, "No, keep doing it. If something confuses you, tell me. If you can do something weird and break the timing, and then I'll get it fixed in whatever way I can get it fixed." I can tell you that first mission, the timing of it, I don't want to ruin anything with the mission because there's surprises. Getting it the time right, ugh, I learned mission 2 is not that much into the timing. It just kind of unrolls. I kind of knew that the timing was tough. Let's see. Oh, favorite artwork. He likes that. Good. I'm glad to like that, Nano Rider. Yeah. I like giving nods to the artist. I will tell you something that really caught my interest is the now I'm going to forget the name of it. GMT's Storm above the Reich. What before it was this the FW190 with the B-24. Man, that FW190 cranking in looks great. It's doing like a wing over. I think that's the name. What was the first one? Skies Above the Reich was the 109 and the B-17, and Storm Above the Reich is the FW190, the B-24. That artwork looks great. That guy is phenomenal. I don't know if I can put it in yet, though, since the game's not released. Maybe that'll be a future one. Chief, I like your bar. What's your favorite drink? Yeah. Thanks. It's also the set for my Scotch Test Dummies show. I love Scotch. That's what the show's about. I like Scotch over bourbon, but I like bourbon too. I like rye whiskey. I like all corn whiskey. My favorite bourbon is, we call it the Bottle of Wow, and it's the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Comes out 3 times a year. It's just stronger. The regular small batch Elijah Craig's good too. It's only $29.95. So that's a great drink. Favorite Scotch is probably not probably. It's the Ardbeg. I like the Ardbeg 10, but their core range is so good. The Corey Vrecken is probably my favorite. The Ardbeg Corey Vrecken is just so good. It's smoky. Originally I didn't like smoky tasting whiskey, and now I love it. Like it grew on me. Do you think you will P500 the new coin Red Dust Rebellion? I don't think so. I asked for like a future one. I always thought it would be great in the Star Wars universe. I thought that'd be fun. And I kind of said, wouldn't it be neat that they don't have to hold to the history of Cuba or, Vietnam or whatever. And so I love what they're doing. The fact it's on Mars, that's interesting. I haven't been doing a lot of coin. They kind of fell out of favor with me, but I don't know. I don't want to say no, but just get all the players together, and nobody in the house wants to play it. And the game group that comes over here, it's either one-on-one wargaming, usually tactical, and then the other gamers. We'll get tons of gamers over here, but that's for the whole family, and it's all Euro style. So, and they're not as heavy usually, but we'll see. I don't want to just get the game just to review it. I like to get stuff that I also want to play. Sometimes I'm just sent stuff though, and I like that too. So, I love games in general, but I wouldn't specifically request that one. I don't know if it's, okay, it's still in my wheelhouse, but I just don't see me getting it to the table much. Let's see. Douglas says, stay safe Wednesday. Yeah, it could be rough. Yeah, we're actually getting activated Tuesday because they're concerned that there could be violence at the polls. I don't think so, but my job's all about preparing. Love getting in live, but he has to leave. All right, see you, Douglas. Have fun at work. Mark says his favorite rye is Alberta Premium. I haven't had that. It's good. I had a, I'm going to forget this great. It was called 40, Lot 40 out of Canada, and they had a cask strength that was unbelievably good. So that was a good one, and you can only get that in Canada, is my understanding. I need to get up to Canada. Ardbeg is peaty, uber peaty, super peaty, ashtray, leather, and tobacco leaf peaty. That's why I like it. I didn't used to, so I get it. A lot of people don't like that. I didn't like it when I first tried it. Let's see. Jordan says, agreed. Coin has lost a bit of its luster for me. I still like what they're able to do, and it's all asymmetric, and everybody's shooting for different things. And then now the fact that you can kind of pick a theme that fits with your coin, I love what they do. And when I've been going to my job changed where I worked about 7 years ago. I used to go to board game night twice a month with this huge group, and we would get coin in there. And the job, the hours changed a little bit, and when that happened, I had one bad experience there as well, and so I quit going to that general board game group. I still need to get back to them though. That's my fault, not theirs. So, and that was where I used to get in some of my coin play. Nano says Ardbeg Oogie Doll. I love Oogie Doll. That's right in there. The core range from Ardbeg is unbelievable. The Ardbeg 10-year, the Corey Vrecken, and the Oogie Doll are great. The Oogie Doll's got a bunch of sherry caskings tied in with it. Mark, what do you think of Wings of the Barons? Any other war-themed games? It's not a war game that you can recommend. So Wings of the Baron was from Victory Point Games, if I'm remembering right. And that was the different air manufacturers in Germany trying to make different planes, if I remember right. I didn't play it. Greg Schmickens, who used to be part of Hamtag, loved it. I remember when he played the first game of it at BGG Con and said, this is fabulous. I just never caught a game of it. Do I know anything else that's kind of like that, war themed? But it's not a war game. Not off the top of my head. Anybody in the comments, throw that in there. And I'll think about it if I can think of something else meantime. Russ says, have you ever tried Aberlour's single malt? Yeah. The Aberlour Abunad, or Abuna, I think I say it wrong. It's great. It's exclusively aged in, I think, an Oloroso, or is it a PX sherry cask? And it is like dripping with sweet dark fruits. So yeah, it's gotten a little pricey, but the Aberlour Abunad, they've got another, or Abuna. I always say it wrong. Sorry. My Gaelic's terrible. They've got other Aberlours as well, but the Abuna is, it's so good. And it's color. They don't add any colorant to it, but boy, is it dark. You can just see the sherry remnants in there. So try that, Russ, if you haven't, or maybe you haven't. That's why you're telling me. Trevor Just is in at the last second. Hello, Trevor. 38 minutes, 20 eyeballs. We've gained eyeballs. I'll take, let's just say, 5 more minutes of questions. Well, we'll end it at 45 minutes just to keep it tight. A very cool surprise I got when interviewing Dr. Larry Pinsky, who again did Midway, Battle for the Bulge, and Guadalcanal, all the old 1960s Avalon Hill games. He got drafted for Vietnam in 69, I think he said. And the story about that and how he ends up, he literally graduates basic training as an enlisted person, and they pin him with his second lieutenant bars and send him off to officer school. The guy's a genius, physicist. Rank Lafroig, Lagavulin, Ardbeg. Well, for me right now, it's Ardbeg, Lagavulin. Lagavulin did these special year releases, and like the 2017 was amazing. I forget what they call those. They're 16, their standard's great. And then Lafroig was falling off. It's got a little bit of a citrus. I still like it. But then they did a Carchus I didn't like. And then they did the Carchus last year that was like Pete Heaven. And I was like, ooh. And so I love Lafroig too. Originally, I thought I was a Lafroig guy, and then we did a whole bunch of blind sampling, and I kept picking Ardbeg, and everybody said, you're an Ardbeg man. So, yeah, I'm working tomorrow. I'm on special assignment tomorrow. So, yep, they changed my hours and everything. So, I was in Costco, says Viper Dave, a couple years ago, and they had a bottle of scotch, I think around 50,000. What? Is there that much of a difference? No, no, there's not. I don't know why they would have that. Costco does their own line called Kirkland, and they don't use the name of the distillery. It's their Costco brand, but it's really good, very affordable. You get great prices on it. Try the Kirkland. I'm talking like everything from 30, maybe it's gone up now. Our Costco in Kansas can't carry it due to law reasons, legal reasons. Excuse me. Don't try to hold in a burp. But Kirkland is great. We've reviewed several, and no, they're all under $100. You can go buy stuff that's worth $250,000 at auction. It's just, you better have $1 billion bank account, I guess, or $1 million bank account. Viper Dave, that's a lot of games. Yeah, that's how I see it too. We did get sent Ireland, Waterford flew my co-hosts and I out to film at their distillery. And then they had a bottle, I forget what they called it. I think it was in Gaelic as well, but it was basically called Pilgrimage. And you could only get this bottle if you were involved with funding or media stuff. And so with COVID, we couldn't even go get it because you couldn't just have it sent to you. You couldn't buy it. So they actually got with their importer, who we know, and he got us the bottle. We opened it up on the show, and guys were going nuts. Now, it's against the law to have a bottle of whiskey and to sell it privately. You can't do that. It's got to go through a liquor store, tax purposes. Well, being a cop, I follow all those rules. I don't do anything secondary market. Whatever anybody else wants to do, that's on them. I follow all the rules. So when we get sent a bottle by a distillery, we open it and we pour it. People are like, that's going for $2,000. Well, they sent it to me for free. So, and I don't hoard it. I open it and we sample it. That's what we do. But a lot of people are like, hey, a lot of respect for doing that. Yeah. Yeah. When they send it to us, that's why they do it. They don't send it although they didn't say we had to review it. They just said, here, thanks for being a part of it. And they flew us out, took care of us. Then we went and met with a bunch of European fans over in Glasgow, did a tasting. That was fun. Let's see. Is Scott, which island? What? Russ Sandbags. Oh, is it Scotch? Which island? Sorry, I missed the back chatter there. Ooh, special assignment. Yeah, that's what it is. Probably sit around and do nothing. That's how most special assignments go. Is it behind glass? I'm sure it is. Thought that was strange at Costco. Yeah, it seems real strange at Costco. I mean, come on. But who knows? Somebody with a lot of money. Maybe they hit the lottery and they wanted to get rid of it. That's what most lottery winners do. I saw a whole study on that. Most lottery winners, unless it's super huge, are broke in 5 years, which is sad. Let's see. Follow all the rules. I see you mentioning conflict of heroes all the time. I see. Well, I can mention that here. Or not. It's not in a ham tag. And I sneak it in. I'm talking about the law rules, like the fact that you don't resell bottles. I don't mess around with any of that. So, like I said, that is just too big a target on me. I don't mess around with the liquor stuff. You send it to us, we put it on the show and we open it. So, all right, we're down to 44 minutes. I think I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in. Again, look for the Dr. Larry Pinsky interview will be coming out, just audio on his part. You'll see that. I do a little intro to show that we couldn't get his visual to work. It'll take me some time to get the B-17 Mission 10 edited, but it's in the books. And I've got to get a couple reviews done. I'm looking forward to Samurai Battles from GMT. Right back into the Borg system with Japan, feudal Japan. Oh, and they're supposed to have, it's not even close yet, though. Well, Storm Above the Reich, and then Rebel Fury from Mark Herman, but that won't be out until 2021. So, Jordan, I will stay safe, do the best I can. It got a little dicey back there in June. June 1st was interesting. And Christmas on Crestline, he knows of which I talk. But he's a Christmas guy, and he's just in time. Let's see. What does Daniel say? And then I'll sign off here. Is the police the same as the Army? Never volunteer for anything. No. I'll even tell you that in the Army, okay, well, you're volunteering even to go in. I guess the deal is, well, I don't know. I volunteered all the time, so I'm probably not the best person to ask. But the best thing about the cop job is there are so many jobs within the job. I've been a beat cop. Then I was a school resource officer for 3 years where I worked at a middle school and worked with kids, did a lot of mentoring, taught different classes. That was awesome. It really reminded me that the youth are just like they were in my age and the world's in good hands. It got rid of my negative, because when you're on the street, all you see are the bad kids. Then I worked the graveyard shift beat cop. Then I got promoted. I was a detective in burglary. Then I was undercover and had a big beard. Then I went to financial crimes. Whew, that one made me nervous. I was not a financial crimes guru, but I learned a ton. And then I made sergeant and went back out onto the street. And now I'm working with community policing. So a lot of different jobs inside the job. And that is one of the things I love about police work. The people you work with are phenomenal as well. So thank you, everybody. I will stay safe and appreciate the well-wishing. And now you're hanging Chad. I'm a hanging Chad cop. Yep. At least I will be tomorrow. That's right, Trevor. Actually, we won't be anywhere near the polls. I kept joking around. I'm like, do you want us to stand right out front? And they were like, no, no, no. I'm like, I'm joking. That would look like voter intimidation. So we would not do that. We'll only come in if there's a problem. Hopefully there isn't. Voting is voting. So, all right. See you guys later. Signing out. Hitting buttons.